Once again, a blessed morning to everyone as we are gathered together today virtually to celebrate the second koinonia of our department. It is indeed a new opportunity of learning for all of us because despite this phenomenon that we are in, we are not hindered to push through with our educational goals, which I fully believe are a remarkable leap for all of us to survive the conditions. Going further, the scriptures read to us by Ronnie, this invites us to anchor our theme today, taking personal responsibility biblically. In Galatians 6 7 to 8, it is explicitly defined our personal responsibility with our actions, with the line, we reap exactly that we plant. Similarly, in Isaiah 3, verses 10 to 11, it is also stated that we will be happy when we do right and things come in our favor, yet we are cursed when we live wrongly. These two biblical references invite us today for a reflection of our own selves as we revisit the basic concepts of personal responsibility. All together, shall we pause for a while and ponder on the following questions? First, kindly think of one plan that you have had wherein you failed to realize it. Mag-isip ng isang plano na kung saan ikaw ay hindi nagtagumpay. Second, why did you fail? Bakit hindi ka nagtagumpay? Who or what was responsible of your failure? Third, what did you do after you realized you failed? Anong ginawa mo noong nalaman mo, na-realize mo na hindi ka nagtagumpay? I leave these questions to you as you personally examine the impact of this to you. This time, let us redefine what responsibility is. Based on our source, responsibility is uh, taking conscious of one's responses to the events and circumstances in his life. Let us pay attention on the words conscious control, which means that if we are responsible enough, we are fully knowledgeable of our actions to respond to any situation we are in. That with our full knowledge of our actions, we are accountable of the consequences of our actions or decision. Another definition of responsibility is a duty or a task you are required or expected to do. Say as students, it is your duty to comply with your requirements. As we, your teachers, it is also our duty to guide you, to walk with you in your studies, such that personal responsibility now means responding to life's opportunities and challenges rather than waiting passively for luck or other people to make choices for us. Brene Brown said, if you own this journey, if you own this story, you get to write the ending. Brown is saying that it is our decision whether we want to be happy as we retire or not. It is our choice. Our life is our own responsibility. Yet in situations come in our life wherein we do not take or accept personal responsibilities, and these are because of the following reasons. The roadblocks to accepting personal responsibilities. First, we are blaming others of our misfortune. Many times in our lives, we blame others if why we were not able to get what we want. We throw the blame to somebody while we have also the choice to take actions. We failed because we chose not to take actions. So why not blame others? So why must we blame others? The second, identify roadblock in taking personal responsibility is our tendency to complain. We tell ourselves, how can I how can I pass this course when my professor is dumping me a lot of works? Instead of sitting down and studying, how will you finish the work? You are left out sulking in a corner, just like Jonas in the Old Testament. Third roadblock to taking personal responsibility is making excuses. Like, I supposed to approach my teacher, but my friends told me he is difficult to talk to. But they said no one can ever save someone else. He can only save himself. So that the outcomes of not taking personal responsibility leads to, first, having a low self-efficacy because his gifts are not nurtured. Second, he is prone to giving negative criticisms. It is proven that one who easily passes judgment are those who aren't taking initiatives to contribute something so bad and so sad. Third, a person who isn't taking personal responsibility feels inferiority. And when you are inferior, you take grudge to those who are active and you develop resistance towards them. But when you learn and take courage to take responsibility, you are rewarded of the following. One, you are able to make better decisions. Because you already have basis, you are wiser the next time you make decisions as a result of learning from prior experiences. It is not bad to fail the first time, yet we are assured to better learning because when we define the acronym of FAIL, it says first attempt in learning. That is fail, giving us opportunity to learn from our mistakes. Two, we are able to manage small problems, okay, from getting bigger. We are better problem solvers. We become proactive when we take personal responsibility. Third, we gain the respect of others. This means they trust us. And when we have the trust of others, more opportunities come to our doors. Number four, we build stronger relationships when we are responsible. You attract more friends. You build stronger and wider networks. And if this happens, You are magneting promising endeavor ahead. Finally, you are more coachable. When you are responsible, you recognize your strengths, your capabilities, limitations, and weaknesses. With these, you allow yourselves for further learning from others, and all the more you enrich your strengths and capabilities, and you narrow down your limitations and weaknesses. With these promises of nurturing personal responsibility, you are now invited to take action. Take personal responsibility. How are you going to take personal responsibility? Have an ownership of your life. Having ownership of your life means accepting who you are. You are a person endowed with strengths and capabilities. Accept this with humility. Don't brag about your gifts, but be humbly proud of it by recognizing the divine being who has gifted you all these gifts. Then while you are cognizant of your gifts, be also open that you have flaws. You are a human being, and as a human being, we have our limitations and weaknesses. We are prone to committing mistakes. This is owning who you are. Be reminded it is in accepting responsibility that we are the adult to ourselves and to others. Being an adult is being discerning to what is good for ourselves and for others. Furthermore, it is established by science that positive relationship exists between responsibility, control, power, freedom, and happiness. Having personal responsibility as the key to the rest. Finally, be reminded that people, the things, the process that come along our way are only instruments in our taking of our actions to realize what we envision to become. At the end of the day, it is between you and yourself alone who is responsible of the choices and decisions you make. Once again, a blessed morning.